Good afternoon, Larry. It's nice to see you here today. I was reviewing your resume, and wow, you were a very impressive background. I'm excited to get to know you a little bit today. So let's start off with.
Thank you for having me here for an interview today. I'm very excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this interview, so I just want to say thank you.
All right, so let's start off with some questions today. So first off, how do you define a good teacher, and describe how your teaching style fits into this definition?
I would say a good teacher is someone who knows the subject material and has a good comprehension of their students. And I think that a good teacher should be involved in their students' lives and also with their socialization, and also give them real world skills as well.
And so you said comprehension of the students and how they act. How would you suggest new teachers, maybe such as yourself coming into this district, how would you suggest new teachers get to know the students best?
It's very simple. You could ask them what their interests are. You could ask them what their interests are in the class. Like, for example, I work with ASL students, so I ask them what they enjoy, what they do for fun. And then the student realizes that the teacher really cares about them and that they're interested in their lives. And it gives an opportunity to the student to grow. You could watch them flourish.
Wow, that's a great answer. It's definitely important to get to know your students, so wonderful. All right, so let's see here, another question. What are some duties of your current job that you're in?
Right now I work part-time in the ASL club, and I also work as a mentor. When I'm working in the ASL club, I just need to make myself available. I make sure that I'm available for all of them. After class is over, they can meet with me and go over the basics. We meet one-on-one. And I also work as a mentor. I give them suggestions and help them improve their skills to become an interpreter. I make suggestions on how they could change their actions. Like, for example, I work with idioms, so if the student gives me an English idiom, then I ask them how would they sign that idiom in ASL.
All right, so it sounds like you work with both groups and individual students. Would you say you have a preference there, or let's see. Now, would you have a preference? Do you have certain ways you like to work with groups of students or individuals best?
I work with both groups and individuals, and I enjoy working with both. It's a good experience when I work with individuals, because when I'm working with an individual, I have the time and I have their full attention. But with the group, I have to make sure the whole group is involved in what's going on.
Right. What sorts of challenges do you see yourself facing as an ASL professor here at Augie? and how would you alleviate those challenges?
There's always going to be challenges. And one big challenge I see is keeping the students interested and keeping the students involved in ASL. I'm not only teaching ASL, but I'm also teaching the students about deaf culture, which is a very broad subject. And I think understanding that can help them understand ASL as well. And then they could apply that ASL to their future work, which would be as an interpreter. So I also explain what the role of an interpreter is, which is sometimes a huge challenge. And, you know, there's a need for interpreters. The supply of
So
interpreters
say
is
you have a
low, but the
student
demand
that
is
you are
high.
particularly butting heads with one semester. Is there a way you would work with that relationship to try to smooth that over?
I'd probably sit down with the student and trying to figure out what the problem is, or maybe not exactly a problem, but what's frustrating you, and I'll talk about what's frustrating me, and then we could see how we could figure it out together. Because it's not only the student, it's also could be me. We have to share the reasons why we're butting heads. So maybe I have to look at myself and look inward at myself and see what the reasons are that we're not getting along, and hopefully that'll be the first step forward to solving the problem.
What experience do you have that makes you feel you would fit this position well?
I have experience working as a part-time teacher. I've worked with young students from high school all the way to the college level. I have worked with students who need one-on-one attention, and I've also worked with students in a group setting. And I also work outside of the college classroom, giving lectures on deaf culture, deaf history, and keeping up with current events, things like that.
What experience would you say has helped you best in the educational field? Can you explain that a little bit?
My background is in education, working as a high school teacher for many years. I did world history, American history, geography, physics. That's my experience with high school, and that transfers to college students and the ASL club. It's always the same. We're always learning.
Now, why did you decide to become a teacher?
Ever since I was a young boy and I went to school, I had wonderful role models. And they were a big impact on my life. I feel like I've always had a teacher inside me, and I didn't really understand that when I was young, but as I started to get more experience and grow, I realized I enjoyed teaching, and I wanted to help people. I wanted to help young people grow and learn.
Do you have a coworker either currently or from a past job that you admire? If so, why do you admire them?
As I said before, I had wonderful role models when I was young, and they made a big impact on my life. that was when I was in high school, and when I started working at and when I went to Gallaudet, I also had wonderful professors who impacted my life. They really influenced me and led me to become a teacher. And it just makes sense to be an ASL teacher, and the other people that I see working there, they're just wonderful. I have the utmost respect for them.
And do you have any additional information you'd like to share with us today?
Yeah. Yes. I have individual skills with working with people and helping them socialize with all different age groups, inside and outside of the classroom. And I really love sports, and I love going to the different events here at college. And it's good for the students to see me there outside of the classroom.
It's great to see you have such interest in the students there. That's wonderful. Well, it was wonderful to get to meet you today. I will be calling you soon, and hopefully we'll be seeing you back here.
Thank you again for interviewing me, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. This college is a wonderful place to work, and it's a really good environment in school. And I can see that the students here really enjoy learning and growing up
Have a
here.
great day.
Thank you again for the interview, and also have a great day.